think you should.
What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video we'll be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Vertcoin. So shout out to Dub ATL, I believe it is, for commenting his top altcoin to review. We will be looking at that today. Otherwise, let's jump right into the episode. We got a lot to talk about. Just going to refresh the page right now, get a quick view of the crypto market cap. We're going to wait for the... Yeah, there we go. The market cap to load. We're at $313 billion, which is quite interesting. You'll notice we are around $17 billion down from yesterday, which is very interesting. But you notice that Bitcoin dominance is still 44.4%, which I believe is higher than yesterday. Which makes you think that the reason, it'll give you more information. Having a Bitcoin dominance at 44.4%, that tells you that more money is coming out from altcoins than Bitcoin, because the Bitcoin dominance is higher, of course. So that means money is coming out of altcoins rather than Bitcoin being the top. Scrolling down, you notice Bitcoin is down 3%, Ethereum down 6%, Litecoin down 6.68%, down the most from the top 5. So quite interesting to look at that. When I go over to Litecoin, you'll notice that if I just zoom in on the daily here, you'll see that today's candle was quite interesting. We managed to break below our support level at 158, and we did fall, retesting this line of support here. Bounced right up off of it though, and are now starting an upwards candle. Hopefully we can stay above that line of support right here, because if we do break below, that's most likely going to be where this breakout or breakdown is going to occur. Going on to the 4-hour, just to give us a better view, you can see what happened. We did go back down, retested that line of support right here, and are bouncing up right off of it. Hopefully we can go back up and retest that middle moving average soon. We are past that 80 percentile on this pennant flag, so it would be nice to see us break above. You do notice that where we did fall below, we did get lower on the resistance, on the RSI right here. A question that somebody asked is, what is this line here? I always say middle moving average, but you weren't sure as to what it is. If you click right here and you type in search middle, it's the middle high and low moving average. So that is what I use for, it's the Marco Valente one. That is what I use to help me adjust the middle, low, and high moving averages. Obviously red being the low and green being the high. We can use that to base where the currency is going to head or having to come back down to retest, because that is the average, of course, and the middle. So that is a nice key support that I like to use in Litecoin, Bitcoin, and all my cryptocurrencies. It's a very good thing to use. But very interesting, though, to see us move back down and retest that. Could we break out? Could we not? We're going to find out very, very, very soon. So these big moves, no, somebody in the comments said, oh, it's crashing. This isn't a crash. Like, this is literally a little dip in what could be huge. But I've been watching a lot of videos and studying up, and we could see a huge bull run in Litecoin. They were stretching it out a little bit longer into the mid to late April, but they said by May 15th, we should see a huge run up to like a 400 or 500% increase, bringing Litecoin to like 1,000 plus, based on chart patterns in the previous breakouts. Basically what it was showing you, if I just zoom out here, is if you go to the daily and I zoom out, you'll notice that Litecoin likes to build in fractals. So if I draw, you can see right here is one fractal. And then right here is a second fractal. Oh, it didn't draw. Yeah, here is a second fractal. And basically what these fractals do is they have the Elliott wave. They have a 5-point Elliott wave. So basically it's like 1, 2, 3, and then like 4, 5, or around there. And on the 5th, it breaks usually upwards, and then it does it again. 1, 2, 3, and then goes 4, and then coming down for the 5th one, right where we are right now, and then a break upwards. So that is what we're anticipating. And if you do go back into the basically Litecoin's history, you'll find that it usually has 2 fractals and then a breakout. And the same thing with here. There were 2 fractals and then a breakout. It is hard to see on the daily chart, but if I promise you, if you zoomed in on the 4-hour or the 2-hour chart, and I'll leave a comment, or sorry, somebody left a comment as to what videos showed that these fractals do appear in Litecoin, which is very interesting to notice. So it's definitely something to pay attention to, where you can find these fractals that form right here, and then a pop off the 5th one. So that's what we're looking for right now, a pop off the 5th. But overall, though, what's nice to see is that this is a clear pennant flag formation, which we're pretty much at the end of it, which is we're just days away from seeing what could happen. And I am quite bullish on here, so I do expect us to maybe retest here. It's quite hard to see where exactly Litecoin is going to go, whether this was the D touch or this is the D, the letter D. And now we're going to go up. That's very possible that now we're going to break for the E and then break upwards. Very possible, but definitely keep paying attention to Litecoin because I do see a lot of potential in that. Bitcoin doing the same thing as Litecoin, so it's pretty much double what I just said, that everything happening for Bitcoin is also doing that with Litecoin. Ethereum, though, very interesting. Again, paying close attention to here. You'll notice we broke below this level right here, and now we are touching the second one. So I want to show you, when we zoom out, you'll notice the second is right here, this huge line of support. And that's what we bounced right off. If I could even lower it a little more right there. We popped right off, and now we're going to see what happens. So basically what we can do is just see whether or not we're going to break below here. This is a good buy zone, I would say. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not responsible in any way for your money. It's completely opinionated on what I suggest and what I would personally do with my cryptocurrency. But I'm definitely paying attention to Ethereum. If we do see Ethereum break below and come right in this area, I don't see it breaking much lower than here. I really don't see it falling much lower. And I would expect a pop off that to retest that middle moving average. So I'm definitely paying attention to that because I do want to get in on that Ethereum breakout. It is possible we could stay above here, funnel into here, and break above here. But definitely pay attention to when we do break across this line. That's a good time to buy in and ride that wave up. Moving on to Vertcoin, looking at that at the daily. Just going to zoom out here. Very interesting chart, I would say. Wow, that was supposed to be this color. There we go. Definitely a tough chart. It seems like this has fractals too. So we have one here, and then we have another fractal here. This channel, and then it popped out right there, and then it seems like we're doing the same thing. This is a second fractal that's forming now, smaller of course, but right there. So very, very, very interesting that these altcoins like to basically turn into fractals at certain points. You'll notice that we do have lines of support right around here. Whoa, let's make that a little lighter. Let's see. We also have obviously a line of support right here that we're playing with right now. And there are ones higher up, like right here, but we don't need to draw those in yet. It does seem like that we could potentially draw a big descending triangle. Hard to really know where exactly to draw the line of resistance, I mean, right here. But probably something like that, I would say. So by looking at that, it does seem like we're on the end of Vertcoin. So definitely pay attention to whether or not we can break through here. And there's a chance that we could bounce up off this line right here and go higher and retest that middle moving average, or we're going to break lower. But definitely pay attention because I can't see us going much lower than right around here. There we go. Before we break upwards, because this is a lot of support for Vertcoin. But that's pretty much going to sum up the video for today, guys. Hopefully that was helpful. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you have a top altcoin you'd like to review, leave it in the description below, in the comments below, and we will get into that tomorrow. Peace.